got a lot of issues with just depression and things where I'm making decisions I would never make, and I'm struggling. So I'm going to this Boys and Girls Club and seeing these 6, 7, 8-year-old kids play and just out in the yard throwing the football and jumping
Fun.
rope and hanging out, playing whatever they want to, basketball, you name it. And I'm like, man, wait, you know what? Life used to be this simple. Like, why can't I just sit over here and have some fun with these kids? And that relationship led to, man, your last year in the NFL, getting to see this kid again, and he made it. Like, he made himself something. I didn't do anything to make him anything. Maybe in his mind I did. But the reality is, he gave me an inspiration to realize, you know what makes me feel good? When I'm not just thinking about me and I'm thinking about people sitting across from me and I'm thinking about the relationships I've formed with people and serving people. And so that's really what led me to become somebody who that's what it meant to me. It meant to me to go sit in front of people and go, you know what? I'm a flawed, broken human too. We all are. We all got mistakes. We all
Facts.
got failures. We've all got these things we wish we did better. But man, do we operate better when we just let each other be vulnerable to one another with what we are, exactly who we are, and then keep searching for a better version of ourselves and encouraging each other to do so from the other side. And I think to me, that's really what philanthropy really is about. You know, people make it about a lot of other things, but to me, it's about serve and how can I meet people? Not can I give you something I have, but how do I meet you with something you need? Like that's is it a love? Is it a hug? Is it a moment of just sitting there and listening to you? And maybe I don't need to say a word. I just need to let you go. What does it look like? What does that investment look like? It could be so many different things, but service is service. And so to me, it's just that's how I've always approached it. It's not about creating some massive charity. It's not about creating some massive amount of money I give to something. It's about, man, what does this situation need me to be in it? And how do these people need me to show that I love them or care about them, and just making sure they know I support them, and that's what I'm here for.
Motherfucker about to make me cry, dog. Damn.
No, damn.
Oh, hold on, man. Excuse me. So question though. Like that's not all humans.
Yep.
Right. As a therapist, I obviously see a very different version. I see a lot of the pain and humanity. And everyone thinks there's just horrible people everywhere. That's not fully true, but not everyone does what you said. Not everyone does the work and what you've done too mentally to know that this is what life is about. What makes you different? Why are you such a good person now? Why do you care? I don't know if anyone's ever really asked you that, but like, why, if you search your soul, why do you think this means something to you? Because not
I
all
would
humans
say
are
it's
cut like you.
simple. I would say it's simple in the sense of I had a lot of dark times and thoughts from the time I was, old enough to really realize anything about the world, whether that's 12, 13, 14, you name it.
Okay.
And I had to battle with not believing in myself, thinking sometimes that like I was never going to make it out of where I was. And I never was comfortable in my own skin for a really long time. And, whether that's through, obviously I think I shared with you the in pre-production, like I'm obviously ADHD. I can't sit still. I got all
Okay.
these things. Like I've got family history of stuff. Like, it's like whether those things were playing games on me or whether or not, and everything was always good. I always say this, man. Like, listen, a I got offered a scholarship when I was a freshman in high school. I was big. I was athletic. I was a All-American in high school. I played in the SEC. All these type things. I won a state championship in high school 3 different times. I won a national championship in college. I won a Super Bowl in the NFL. Great. You can have all of that. That doesn't mean life's perfect and peachy. Like there
Mm-mm.
was a lot of demons. There was a lot of things I fought every day that I didn't believe in myself, and I didn't think I deserved any of it. And most things in life in general, that's just my general approach. Is I don't think I deserve any of it. And so you say you're different. I say I'm a project that over time has learned to, I guess the best word to say it is love himself a little bit more than he used to, and or realize that life's not easy and you're not going to be perfect, and you got to learn to forgive yourself, but you also got to learn to be vulnerable and allow people to get in there and see who you are, and be okay with that. I had a foundation for a while when I first got in the league where we would do high school scholarships. And one of the greatest lessons I ever learned, Doc, was this young lady came in who had lost her mom at a young age. She was like in junior high, I believe, or freshman in high school, and had begun to cut herself.
Yep.
And she was struggling. And she had turned her life around, and she's sitting here as a senior in high school. My wife and I were giving out scholarships to help kids go to college. And so we would do these, I want to do these like board style things where it's just kind of our board and these kids, and we just want to hear their dreams and come sit down one on one, tell us what they want to do. And then we want to tell you that we're going to help you and support you however we can. And so she sits in front of us, and we're like, man, what was the big change? What was it? And she says, when I finally got to a point in life where I realized that maybe that pretty little blonde haired girl over there's worst day in life is her hair didn't fix right. And maybe my worst day in life is my mom died before I ever got a chance to go to prom or homecoming or anything else. But the reality is, her worst day is the only thing she knows, and my
Mhm.
worst day is the only thing I know. And I can't judge people off of the fact that maybe their best is their best and their worst is their worst, and mine looks different than that. But that's all they know. And if I can get okay with that and stop comparing myself, we say comparison's the thief of all joy, but stop comparing myself to her and doing all these comparisons with everybody in my class, and just start to be okay with, how do I be at my best on my best, and at my worst, how do I give myself a chance to get out of that? I'll be all right and I'll be okay. But I got to stop comparing myself to everybody in my life to everybody else. And I thought it was the most profound thing I'd ever heard a 17-year-old girl say in my life. And I literally walked away from it like, man, I have got to get better. You don't have it that bad. Yes, you've been through some stuff, but you got to keep improving. And so that's what I always say, man. It's reset the pieces every single morning, and keep chasing. Yeah, keep chasing a better version of who I can be. And I truly believe in that. And it doesn't mean I'm a finished product, and it doesn't mean I
Mhm.
figured life out. There's a lot of work to be done. There's still going to be mistakes I'm going to make. But I just come from a place of, you know what? Be curious, don't judge, and keep chasing.
I like that. Be curious, don't judge, keep chasing. Boy, you sound like a little therapist. I see you. Okay.
I got a lot of that in me. I will tell you that. I enjoy it.
Okay.
I always say, like, that's why I always say investment in people. Like, a lot of people make it like it means money, and it means like actually serving them and washing their feet or something. But the truth is, man, like sometimes just sitting and listen to somebody, like let people spiel, is like the greatest investment you could ever give them. Like just let them get it out, and let them vent. And it doesn't mean you have to have some correct answer. I think sometimes we always say that. Like I tell that when it comes to philanthropy, like, when I was at Ram, we had the fires in 2018, and we had a shooting out here in this area at a local bar, and I would always tell the young guys, man, listen, you waste your time looking for the perfect thing to say or do. Just act. Like just do something. If to you that means going and sitting at the hospital and just hugging people that are there, do it. If to you that means writing a check for something to help support, do it. If to you that means being vocal and advocating for like how we need to change policies or do things, do it. Like don't think that you have to come up with the perfect solution. Just do whatever it is your heart tells you to do, and trust that that's good enough. And like you'll be okay. Like you're never going to regret doing something for somebody else when you feel called to. Like if you feel called to serve somebody, you're never going to regret serving, because you're going to get something out of it one way or another.
I'm gonna ask Spencer has a question. I'm about to go run through a raw real quick.
That's,
I got it.
we got an Instagram clip right there, and that's about to hype everybody up. So
100%. Yep, I'm on fire. What you got, Spence?
yeah. So with the NFL draft coming up
Yep.
April 24th, I would love to know, what is your advice, not just on the field, but off the field, for these young athletes coming into the league, for somebody who has worked their way up, not only doing it for 16 seasons, but also winning the Super Bowl? Like, what is it? What's some advice for these new athletes coming into the NFL do you have for them?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing to me is enjoy the moment. Like if you get drafted, you know what, cherish that, because there's going to be a group of guys right after that draft that won't get drafted that aren't going to have the same mentality. I tell my kids this all the time. Like, listen, you know what, both good and bad. Like because of my career and the things you've gotten a chance to be a part of, you've gotten to have some really cool experiences. But guess what? There's a lot of other kids out there that haven't, and they're going to be hungrier. They're going to be built with more grit than you. They're going to be tougher than you, and they'll have been through things that you never could have imagined to have gone through. Your everyday life is not what they've experienced. So you have got to continue to find ways to challenge yourself. And why I say that is these draft picks, this ain't the end of the road. Because there's a whole group of undrafted kids, we see it every year, who end up making a team. They become Pro Bowlers, they become everything else. Because why? They're built with I got rejected,
Yep.
and they are given the medicine to go chase,
Yep.
and they're going to go prove everybody wrong. When you're drafted, take that moment to thank the people in your life around you. Take that moment to get it out during that weekend or whatever of everybody you're appreciative of that got you to be there, and then let's freaking go.
Go.
Because what this really means is you've been blessed with an opportunity. And what are you going to do with that opportunity? Like, what are you going to do with the shot you've been given? Every day matters. And so to me, for those draft picks, it's that. I had, luckily enough for me, like I shared earlier, my rookie year meeting Derek Barnes, when I got drafted, I was a lost puppy. There's no doubt about it. I mean, I was struggling. My rookie year was a disaster. But the one thing that helped me the most is, and it was a horrible situation to go through, is 2 weeks after I was drafted, my best friend in life and one of my college roommates who ended up leaving school to go join the Navy was killed in action
Damn.
in Iraq. And so I'm sitting there at my rookie night and I get a phone call and it's like, hey man, have you heard? And I'm like, what's up? He's like, Lee died. And I'm like, wait, hold on, what? So for me, it's like there was a lot of things that happened to me in that first year that gave me an opportunity to sit back and go like, man, listen, I got a best friend who basically, his service is one of the reasons I get the opportunity to do what I do. One of the reasons I get the opportunity to be safe in this country and
Yep.
sit in this country and feel like I get it to go chase whatever business opportunity in life I want for football. And in football, it happens to be me, is that I'm going to play football. I get this opportunity because of what he went through and sacrificed. And so, every freaking game of my entire career, if you find a shot at me, you can see water in my eyes. And it's not the national anthem and the flag. I'm not saying, obviously, that's great. I love the American flag. I love the national anthem, all those things. But the reality was, it's
What it means.
about, man, I'm standing right here I'm standing on these 10 toes, and I'm getting an opportunity to go do something I love to do. And a brother of mine lost his life serving to protect that exact thing for me. And I will never take that for granted. And so that gave me that inspiration. And I think those guys have to find that. You've been chasing this moment, you've been drafted. Was that all you really wanted? Or did you really want this opportunity to go do something different and to go chase something you never thought you could ever do? Because for me, it was, man, I'm going to make life different for my family and for everybody around me, and take advantage of this opportunity in every way possible.
Hey, thanks for watching this video. Check out the full episode on our channel and anywhere you find podcasts. Also, remember to like and subscribe.
Whoop, whoop.